Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now in this video I'll be talking about the 5 choices of watches I made in the Watch Dealers Apprentice episode 2, and I'll be giving you a bit more insight as to why I chose those particular watches. However, before we move on to the video, I'm going to do a quick timepiece check, and today I'm wearing my Rolex Daytona date. Now if you're new to my channel, the Watch Dealers Apprentice is a show that I've been involved with that's currently taking place on the Paul Thorpe YouTube channel. In this show, 6 contestants are given £100,000 to make the most astute watch purchases on Chronometre, after which Paul and David Khalil both decide who has made the best purchases. There will be a number of rounds, after which one person will be eliminated until we get to the final person, who will be crowned the Watch Dealers Apprentice. However, this program is made in the best spirits, and it doesn't really matter who gets knocked out or who wins. It's more about the taking part, and hopefully you and everyone else will learn something from watching. So coming back to my selections, although the premise of the show is to make the most astute watch buys, my approach was, if I had £100,000 to spend on my watch collection, how would I prefer that to look? Although my favourite watch brand is Rolex, I have a far-reaching admiration of horology, and if I had a £100,000 watch collection, I'd like this to be reflected. However, this is a watch dealing show, and although I wanted to feature as many of the watches and brands that I loved, I had to make sure that I could find them at the best possible price. For those of you that haven't seen episode 2, I've got the link in the description down below. I'm now going to go into the notes I made when choosing each individual watch, and just give you a bit more insight into my thought process when I was making my choices. Now my first choice was the most expensive watch in my 5 watch collection, and probably was the most favoured by Paul and David, who were assessing my buys. This watch of course was the F.P Journe Chronometre Bleu. So in terms of year, I've gone for a 2017 model. This also has a 39mm dial, and the dial of course is blue, and it has a tantalum bezel. The watch has a crocodile skin strap, and it's got the caliber 1304 movement. The condition of the watch was very good, and the price was £40,000. So I'm just going to read out to you my notes detailing my thought process when buying this watch. And I've just said here, this is a beautiful dress watch style piece from a much admired and recognised Swiss watchmaker F.P Journe, founded in 1999. The tantalum bezel is a very rare material used in watchmaking. F.P Journe only make around 800 watches per year, and this was seen as an entry-level piece. More recently, the demand has surged for this piece, and current iterations of this watch is between £46,000 and £47,000. In fact, this watch sold just a few days after I'd originally seen the listing. Now before I move on to my other choices, I just want to talk about why the F.P Journe is such a wonderful piece. The Chronometre Bleu on the outset is a very understated piece with typical dress watch proportions. The large numerals denoting the hours and the tapered hour and minute hands, plus the off-center seconds dial, are welcome additional detail on an otherwise understated look. However, when you turn the watch over and you look at the clear case back, you can see the movement, and this is the jewel in the crown, and that's its 1304 caliber movement. The movement itself has a 55-hour power reserve, but I just want to talk a bit more about the detail that is displayed when you look at the movement. This 22 jewel movement has a number of different finishings. The bridges are crafted from 18 karat gold and have Coute de Genève or Geneva striping. You have a patterned middle plate between the 2 barrels, also engraved with Chronometre Bleu. The base plate features a pelage decoration, with the wheels all displaying a satin finish. The screws heads themselves are also black polished. Additionally, the bridges all display an enlarged finish, which requires immense care and an incredible level of expertise to do well. The points I've just discussed go to emphasize the incredible level of craft and attention to detail that has gone into making one of these watches, and is truly a worthwhile piece in anybody's collection. Now I'm going to talk about my second choice, which was also liked by the 2 watch dealers, Paul and David, and this was the G&T Master 2 Rose Gold. The model I chose was a 2019 model, which of course has the 2-tone black-brown bezel, and the price I paid for this was $29,417 in brand new condition. It also has the caliber 3285 automatic movement, So I'm just going to read to you the notes I've made when choosing this model. The beautiful and iconic G&T Master 2, encased in fully precious metal and below RRP. This watch is more of a long-term hold, but it is rare to see an all-precious metal current Rolex on sale for more than £1,000 under RRP. Price could skyrocket, especially if this range is updated in the next year, or appreciation for this particular model increases. This example is brand new without any signs of wear. Current average price for such a model is £31,500 and has slowly begun a recent upward swing in resale prices. I would just like to point out at this point, every watch that I bought during this collection had a full set of box and papers, and that's just one of the things that for me is absolutely essential when making purchases of this kind. I'll now move on to the third choice I made, and this was the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. I've gone for a 2017 15400 reference model. And of course I've gone for the version with the blue dial and date with a steel case and strap. Inside the watch is the caliber 3120 self-winding movement, and this also has a clear case back. The price of this watch was £23,495. Now, that's an amazing price considering this was also in very good condition. In terms of the notes I made when choosing this piece, I've said the following. A classic from master Swiss watchmaker Audemars Piguet, founded in 1881. And currently my dream watch. This piece is on an upward trend in terms of resale. Average current price for the blue dial 15400 in very good condition in 2019 was £23,000. The price for a similar condition watch in 2020 is £26,677, and this watch is more than £3,000 below this. This is also a more recent 2017 model. If held, I expect a good return in this watch within the next 12 months. So there are my first 3 watches, and they were all very well received by David and Paul. That's it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you've been enjoying the content on my channel so far. I'll see you next time.